Welcome to Earthbound Conversations.
I'm Sharon.
And I'm Lindsay. My name is Lindsay Brianna Wheeler. I'm a massage therapist. Been doing a body work for 3 years now. I own Unify Massage and Bodywork. Unify, I started it to help people to connect to their mind, body, and spirit. Right now I'm doing that through massage. I practice Thai massage and myofascial work. And as well, I am apprenticing under Sharon so I can learn spirit work. So I may be able to expand and help people in more ways. Yeah.
And my name is Sharon. You all done, right?
Yeah.
I like to give her a spotlight because she's wonderful. She's a beautiful soul, and it's been a pleasure working with her. And thank you for trusting me through this journey. A little bit about me. My name is Sharon Foster. Most people may know me under Sharon's Angelic Realms, but I have a new name now, Clairvoyant Compass and Massage and Wellness, thanks to my husband helping me pick the name. I am a clairvoyant, and it was hard explaining to people that, I'm a reader, I'm a psychic, and some people are like, I don't like that word, use spiritual guidance. So how about a clairvoyant, clairassistant, clairaudient. I could hear, see, feel, taste, whatever all it is on a spiritual level. I am also a massage therapist, and I enjoy doing that work, and I get to bridge the two together. I've been doing spirit work for a long time. I used to do psychic fairs, used to work under other people and apprentice under them as well to help me to hone in on my skills. Part of my intention has always been to help people to be healthy, happy, and whole, and to find balance in all areas of their life. So I also studied under a holistic health practitioner, so I know a little bit about herbs. I do a little bit of medical body scanning, advanced healing works, which is called like etheric surgery, going within the etheric plane to really help people to shift on a deeper level, to shift some of the frequencies that have been passed on from generation. And for now, I think that's it. I could tell you so much more, but we just want to have fun, and our intentions are to really bring you some of the conversations that we have with one another.
Yes.
And I think that's really, it's really important. And I feel like Lindsay connects with people within her age range on a level that might be different from me. Some people say that I kind of have that resting bitch face, and I seem to be serious all the time, but people who really know me know that I am a jokester. It's a time and a season and a place for everything. But what I like about Lindsay is she's very airy and earthy, and she's young, and she educates me on things that I don't know, even though she may look up to me as like, oh, she knows so much and I want to be like her. However, it took time for me to be here, and a lot of people want to have a title. However, it's a lot of work behind the scenes that people don't know about. How you lose sleep over things, or you want to do continuing ed classes, asking, am I worth this? Can I charge this? Will people take me serious? Will they respect me for what it is I'm saying? And that is really all about confidence and continued practice in anything it is that you're doing or anything that we're doing. It makes us better, and surrounding yourself around people who are very supportive and uplifting helps you to come here on earth to do the assignment that we were assigned to do. And sometimes people say, well, what is my assignment, or what is my purpose? If you know me well enough to know, I don't look for my purpose finds me. Sometimes your purpose will be different every day. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it shifts and changes. Right now, even for myself, as we've been going down the path to make this channel and the road to it, it seems like the purpose has changed for me, where at one point I thought it was, it was set one way, it's showing into a way of freedom and to help people to feel like they belong. And it's amazing how, as you move forward in your lessons and you get your blessings and all of it, there's different pieces to the path as well. So yeah,
I totally agree, and I always tell my clients to pray to be in the right place at the right time, right opportunity, on purpose. My biggest prayer, because I deal with so many people who may be going through depression or trying to figure out where to move or career, or why certain things are showing up as dis-ease in the body. What are you not at ease about? I say, God, work through me, speak through me. You know, we may have intentions, and I always stress to Lindsay the importance of intention. Because it's first in thought, and then we're allowing it to manifest physically. What are your intentions when you are working with somebody? What is your intentions when you're dating somebody?
Mm-hmm.
What are your intentions when you're making food? Because you know how they say, oh, you put the love into the food this time, or oh, what happened? Why doesn't it taste the same way?
Mm-hmm.
And we don't realize things that we eat, we listen to, that we watch, we absorb all of those things, and those are things that are feeding us. So we want to make sure that we are feeding ourselves high vibrational food, high vibrational energy by who we're around. We don't need parasites in the body or outside of it.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
And so what else? You know, what else about us and, you know, earthbound conversations?
Well, I guess our intentions as well, and kind of how we met.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell the audience about how we met.
Okay, so we both do Thai massage, and we met at a Thai massage spa. And I remember I saw Sharon in passing for a while, but it didn't take until about a few months of me being there that we had a whole day where we did couples together, and we just started talking and exchanging. And I found out she did spirit work, and I was having some interesting dreams at the time, and she was like, come in, and she gave me a card, and I didn't come in at first like I needed to, but I kept feeling like I need to go. And then finally one day she's like, I was thinking about you, and she booked the appointment for me, and I went, and it shifted so much. It was a beautiful experience. Oh my God, it was awesome. And then from there I just kind of for a while didn't show up. That's right. That's right. But it was like, okay, had this experience, let me wait. So then I ended up, it became a regular thing after that, where I started coming in more consistently, because once I did, I saw how it shifted everything for me. It shifted it where, you know, now I'm more independent on my own, no longer an employee of somebody, and I'm feeling more of my power and feeling more of my purpose. And we've done a lot of clearings, she does ancestral clearings, and that has been awesome for my journey and has really helped to shift anything in the bloodline that has kind of, how would you describe it?
Been a little murky and stagnant.
Yeah.
Keeping you from moving forward. And I have watched, you know, Lindsay just really grow and just trust the process. Some parts of it, and doing any type of healing work, whether you go for counseling, a lot of parts of it are very uncomfortable. You lose sleep, you cry, and then you have a hiccup moment. Then you have like, oh, I'm so glad I did the work. Because when you get around other people who may not be doing it as intensely as you are, you're like, ooh, as my teacher would say, by the grace of God go I, because I was once stuck there too. And so we have to learn that everybody is on their own journey and their path, even in a relationship. When you're trying to rush a situation and you want someone to be on the same status as you, one of my things is I say sometimes you have to model and be the example for a long time before people catch on, and don't get discouraged that they are not going the route you're going, because sometimes being so spiritual, we miss hearing what our friends, our clients, our partners are saying, because we're caught up in ego that we know it all, because spirit communicates with us, but spirit communicates with everybody. It's just us trusting that gut feeling, or when you get that inkling like, oh, I should go left instead of going right, and or dang it, I knew I should have said this, or I knew I should have done that. And so we all are innately born with that intuitive sense of like that fight and flight, like how do I respond to a situation, which leads me to like, how long are we in fight and flight versus learning to really trust and to surrender that everything is okay, or that maybe we're doing too much. Wouldn't you say that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely, especially with the fight or flight for me, which more of I am very much freeze, where when I am stressed, I'll clench, tense up, and not move. And yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought on that.
That's all right. I'll scoop it up and pick it back up and dust it right off.
Yes.
But anyway, you know, so we were able to collaborate with our videographer and our photographer, Josh. Of course, we'll get the screen on him soon enough. He was gracious enough to say that he was honored to really help us to bring this together. We are new at this. Lindsay and I are novices to doing a video podcast.
Absolutely.
I thought I was going to be nervous and anxious, but I was excited because Spirit told me to do this 4 or 5 years ago, but I was dragging my feet because I didn't want to be behind the camera. I didn't want people to see me. But I have been summoned that I must get to the forefront because people need me. They've been asking, where have I been? And why I have this lovely, lovely lady apprenticing under me is because I know I can't do it all by myself. You need a team when you are presenting the work that we're doing to the magnitude that we're trying to take it. And if we could just be of encouragement and give you a voice, and if you feel inclined to use our services, all of that information will be at the end of the video. But I think that you would be in good hands. What is a service like with me? It's very relaxing, it's very rejuvenating, it's very eye-opening. It's like talking to your girlfriend. You know, I could be direct and blunt. Sometimes I try to filter it, but Spirit's like, no, you say it the way I gave it. And a lot of people say, I appreciate that. I needed to hear it that way. I could be like a mother, you know, I could be your cheerleader, I could be your coach, and I could give you the little slap on the hand, whatever it is, because I care about you. Long after you're gone, you're in my prayers, you're in my thoughts, and I'm hoping for the best and possible outcome for your highest good in the long run. Even with body work, when people get off the table and they're like, oh, I feel great, and you know, they're limber and they're massage drunk and, you know, whatever you want to call it. Having the pleasure to work with so many different people on different levels has really helped to expand the platform and bring other people in under my wings to be able to have the experience. And I feel like if you're with me, if you're riding with me, I want the blessings to pour over for you as well. Yes, it's Lindsay's turn to talk.
Yes, okay. So what do I do? Is that what it
Yeah, what is it that you do?
It's very, right now I'm very into fascial work and how the fascial matrix is actually made in our bodies and how to work with it to help people relieved of pain and also to help them to be more relaxed. And definitely as a massage therapist, it's kind of on the journey you can get juggled with, like, am I more of a relaxation therapist? Am I more of a focused body worker? And for me, I definitely want to put Swedish to the side. Not knocking people who do Swedish, but the fascial work, the focused work. Fascia is us. And so for me, I want to, I'm losing my thoughts. Oh my God.
She's saying she wants fluidity. She wants it to flow, because if the fascia is bound up and it's tight, you can't get the nutrients and blood flow to the body. And ladies and gentlemen who may be trying to lose weight, not lose weight, let me take that back, release weight. Because anything you lose, you're going to go try to go back and get it. So those who want to release weight, I would say that healthy muscles are flexible muscles are healthy muscles, and when that fascia is bound up, we can't get that blood flow to the area. You have some muscle tightness going on, and you start to pull yourself out of alignment, and you're like, I need an adjustment and a massage. You know, so she does it all. She's great. She is my therapist, my massage therapist, and she does a lot of myofascial release. Sometimes if she needs to walk on me, she'll do it, but she is moving on to focus areas instead of trying to do a full body. And anybody out there who's listening who is a massage therapist knows that to try to do full body in an hour with someone who has not had a massage in 6 months or 2 years, and they want you to fix them in 60 minutes, there's been times, and I'm sure you have, that you spend 90 minutes on one focused area and the timer is going off, or they're like, oh my gosh, that much time went around. Sometimes I like to say, can you believe it? It's already been 45 minutes, so that the client is aware that we've been working that long. And along with like how Lindsay does the myofascial, I do Medicup and vacuum therapy, and it's like your traditional Chinese cupping, except for it is a machine, and you get to put it on different settings and use different cups. And I get to use it for a lot of my post-lipo clients who have had BBLs or any type of surgery to kind of get that fluid off the body, to soften the tissue, and so they can get a good night's rest and have a faster recovery rate. And any type of myofascial work or lymphatic work that you're getting done, it will help you to heal. Some people think you need rough, aggressive body work all the time, but it depends on each person. So part of what we do is we tailor our services to meet the needs of our clientele so that they do leave educated, refreshed, rejuvenated, and they have a sense of well-being, like, wow, I really got what I paid for, versus just, what was that? And we have all had massages like that, like, what was that? And did I just spend $80 on someone rubbing oil all over me? And so, a session with both of us, it's like a did you know? Did you know that the calf is your second heart, helping to pump the blood back upwards? And Lindsay, can you tell them a little bit about strokes and how you should massage the body?
Yeah, I definitely feel a lot of times even with people who do deep tissue, they're barreling through. And with fascia, you don't want to do that because fascia is almost our armor. It wants to protect us. It also, did you know there's a study on fascia where it's just fascial tissue, and they put 2,000 pounds of pressure on it, and then they take it off and it retracts back to its natural state, to its original state. And so fascia is our armor. It's very strong, it's very pliable. So if I'm barreling through your fascia, how is your fascia going to react to that trauma? It's going to tense up, it's going to lock up, which is the total opposite of what we want to do with a massage. So that's why I really like fascial work, because when I do fascial work, I like to listen to the person's body, feel how they're breathing. How are they doing that day? Maybe we do a little bit of breathing to help calm them down, maybe bring some awareness to the area. And I like to hold a lot, to wait for them and their body for when they're ready, and start at the level at which their fascia is ready to release, and not for what I think they should be able to release in that day. And sometimes that's the best you can do for somebody, is to go at their own pace. And I feel like that's what fascial work is for me.
Okay, and the next part of getting body work done is hydration.
Yes.
We need to be drinking water.
Yes, absolutely. Fascia is water.
That's right. And so the body will respond so much better. So if you come in drinking coffee or energy drinks or soda, you are dehydrating yourself, and it takes us longer to release the fascia. And the body is screaming back. So sometimes we'll say, well, did you drink enough water today? Or if you come to me, I'm going to say, do you want some water now? Just sit up and take a sip. So hydrating yourself is very important, and breathing. So sometimes when, we're working on clients, or you go get massage anywhere else, when someone hits a spot that's tender, you hold your breath, but that's keeping us from getting oxygen flowing to those muscles. So it's very important that you breathe in a massage. If something's uncomfortable, you're paying for a service. If you feel the pressure is too light, or it's too deep, or you feel like your needs are not being met, because so many people will come for massages or go places and get massages, and they'll say, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to speak up. Or it's supposed to feel that way. And I've had the pleasure of having so many different types of massages, which really helped me to pick which modalities I really like. I like the Thai stretching. I love the cupping. Recently, I took a continuing ed in craniosacral therapy, which is very, very light pressure, like the pressure of a nickel. And it's almost like you feel like you're doing nothing. To me, it's almost like that, being able to allow the nerves to really relax, the central nervous system, and just really allowing you to just feel that light touch instead of being aggressive. And it's a very fine line when you're doing lymphatic, cranial, into like deep tissue, because you can push really hard or you can go really light. It's like that, You have to have that, everything is fluidity. And my husband always says slow is fast. He also teaches that, learn to use your hands first before tools, because what if you don't have tools? I feel the same way about spirit work. Some of us will study tarot, angel, and oracle cards, which is nothing wrong with that. However, learn to trust your intuition, because what if you don't have a tool and someone needs a spiritual word from you, a word of encouragement, and you're like, dang it, well, I felt like I should have said this, but I second guessed myself. And so that's also the lesson that we want to teach in Earthbound Conversations is the more you can trust yourself, you can allow people to trust you. But if you don't trust yourself, how can you expect other people to trust you? Anything else you want to say?
I'm trying to think. I'm gonna go to our bullet points real
That's
quick.
right. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we covered what prompted us to start the channel. Did we, Josh?
We sure enough did. I think so.
Okay.
You think
What is
so?
Earthbound Conversations? Okay. What is our intentions? Who are we trying to reach? What can people expect?
Okay. So what can the viewers expect?
Definitely whatever spirit says.
I would say that the viewers can expect that, whatever needs to happen on that day, whatever message needs to come forward. Sometimes we can plan things so well that we kind of get ourselves in a bind, because then it doesn't flow like it's supposed to. A lot of times I plan my day one way, but it don't always work out that way. And it's like being in an ER room. It's like, oh my gosh, we got to change this around. And when you're used to having to always shift and move things around, it becomes almost normal, but we don't want it to be chaotic. So there may be some days that Spirit might say, we just want to encourage people. Is somebody dealing with depression? Is someone worried about their job? Or Spirit might get as raw as it's time to get down to business. You have been called to do certain things and you're dragging your feet. Is either step up or step out. And so, or Spirit might lead us to talk about nutrition. I studied under a holistic health practitioner. I do a little bit of medical intuition and body scanning to see if things is off. So, sometimes I'll see that people need vitamin C, or if they're on a certain diet, I'll say, okay, the body has had a little bit too much of that, you need a break. Or I'll say you need to go to the water. So we might talk about earthly things, like when's the last time you had a clearing? When's the last time you gave yourself a bath? When's the last time you grounded your feet to the earth to really balance yourself?
When's the last time you went outside for 20 minutes?
That's right, to just absorb natural vitamin D. So, all of those things, I never know what I'm going to talk about, even with clients, until they get in the room. It depends on what they come in with. I mean, so many people come wearing so much on them. They're worried about what they're going to cook for dinner, if they should buy this new car, if it's worth it to spend this much money on this, and should they take this job opportunity. And the job is to really teach people to trust their own intuition. So even a session with me, I'm a clairvoyant, so I freestyle read first. And then I ask you, okay, what questions do you have? Well, I do give you the option if you want to ask questions first or you want me to freestyle. But at the end, if you're into the angel oracle cards, I let you pull your own cards. And so it should confirm everything I said and some. And it's just like, oh, wow, you can't make this up. I want you to really be a part of the experience. This is part of why Lindsay has trusted me on the journey and why I've had so many great clients who've really trusted me. And, one of the things is that we want to put out there, is to have a spirit of discernment, like being able to see things before it happened. It's always right in front of our face, but we choose to ignore because a lot of us are in what we call denial, which, we've all been there. We are going to do our best to make this a judgment-free zone, but if your hands have to get popped for something or I have to call something out, I'm sorry in advance. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So, our intentions are very pure on why we are bringing this to you, because it's just like when we sit for 3 and 4 and 5 hours day after day talking about stuff, it's like we want to have a natural conversation. So it's just like, okay, well, how was your day today, and how did you handle it? One of my little weaknesses or downfalls is my anxiety on the road. So people always cutting me off. I always felt like in grade school when someone skipped the line on the lunch line, I'm like, that's not fair. And then I look at people do it on the road, and I said, oh, they must have did that when they was a child, and they're still doing it as an adult. I mean, think about people who are behind you and beside you. You know, it's like when you drive, you're driving for everybody else and yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, enough of my ranting and raving, but the point is we could be talking about anything,
Yes.
but in hopes to bring it together, to bring hope and healing and enlightenment, and just learning to self-care, to trust yourself, to trust that God has everything under control. Whatever it is you're worrying about is going to be all right. From our hearts to yours. Thank you for listening to us rattle off.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to Earthbound Conversations. We don't know if we're going to be doing weekly or monthly, but we're going to go flow with spirit. And I'm excited for the conversations me and Sharon are going to have and the information that we'll share with you. Our information will be in the bio down below if you want to contact us or have any questions or concerns. But other than that, we will see you guys soon.
Click like and subscribe.
There we go. Yeah, that's right.